there, this is Christian, also known as Peace Lord. Now I've been playing Dreadnought for, well, it's only really been a couple of days. I haven't had many games. I think I've had 17 now. So this is a video of some really early thoughts that I've had when playing the game. So things that have really stood out to me as being good, and some things that have been confusing or that I haven't really quite understood, or that I've actually disliked. I know Dreadnought is coming to a fairly critical time in its development, it would appear, with it being close to a Steam release. So there's going to be an influx of new players, and from what I can gather from the forums, because I've done a bit of digging, it seems like there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to try and make it ready. So this is my quick tuppence for what it's worth, going into this sort of critical time, and I hope that maybe if you guys who are watching it have experienced the same or would echo any of those points, maybe stick it in the comments section, so that if anybody important watches the video, then so we can get that information across to those guys. Okay, so let's have a look then at early experience. So of course the first thing you do is you go into the tutorial, and I thought that was fine. It got me flying out of the station, it got me going to the nav beacon, and the next thing I knew I was into a battle and I was blowing some ships up, and it all happened sort of fairly quickly, getting into the action. So that was good. I will admit that it felt almost a little bit rushed. Like I could have felt like I could have done with a little bit more information about what I'm flying here, and the guns or capabilities of my ship, or just something to give me a bit more context. One of the things that was confusing was it seemed to take a long time. Like that first battle felt like about 20 minutes, and I wasn't quite sure what triggers the end here. Like, are we getting a certain amount of kills? Are we whatever? One of the things that I didn't realise, maybe really stupidly, is and I'm pretty sure I was playing against bots. Maybe that's what the recruit fleet proving grounds is. I think. I'm still not entirely certain, but it would have been nice to know I was playing against bots rather than other people, because I wanted to talk to them. I wanted to, communicate with them and say, let's go here, there. And of course I was trying to work out, how do I chat? How do I... so that was a little bit confusing. I thought, well, this is a bit rubbish. There's people playing the game with me and I can't talk to them, not realising, and I still think that it was bots. So yeah, that was a little confusing. Anyway, the game finished, and of course you come to then the hangar. And now I know there's an overhaul of the UI coming. That's going to be good, because it was bad with Windows everywhere, and I was now I'm a World of Tanks player. That's how I came to Dreadnought, from Quickie Baby, who makes content for that, and he did some sponsored content for Dreadnought, and so actually some elements of this were quite familiar. So obviously I know hangar, that's where my ships are going to be. Tech trees, well, that's something that we very definitely have in World of Tanks, so and that's fairly straightforward. I think a lot of gamers will be comfortable with that. Pleased to see a statistics tab, and you can see how bad I am after my first 17 battles here. But overall, I was guessing at what those would be. There didn't seem to be anything telling me what it was. I can't even remember now if the tutorial went through that kind of stuff. Market I haven't really looked at, I'm not really interested in, apart from the fact that I bought the $3.99 bundle so that I could get this ship, but again that brought about more questions, like a hero ship. Well, what's good about that? I was sort of thinking, hang on, I can't do, it's all locked. I can't seem to do any upgrades with these modules or change them. That feels a bit weird. What's the benefit of this then if I can't improve it or upgrade it? Of course, after digging around a little bit in the forums, as I had to do, I realised then it's about the free XP. But there was just a lot of questions that I felt I didn't know where to go to get the answers. So it was a little bit frustrating. And one of the things that I initially straight away wanted to do is to look at the progression. Like, what am I looking at achieving here? And I like to know numbers. How realistic is it for me to get into one of these tier 5 ships? How long am I going to have to wait for that? And that was quite hard to sort of get that information from looking at the screens. Obviously I could see that that wasn't going to take very long to do 500 each, and I played a game and got 800 or whatever. But then once I got into the 2, quite nice to be able to see, oh, that's quite a good jump up to 3,500. You know, that's that's sort of 7 times the amount I needed for an upgrade on the previous tier. Was that too much? And then going to this Palos, or the tier 3 ships, I was trying to, it took me ages to spot that there's the research thing for the Palos itself. But as soon as I saw that, very excited, because I'm like, wow, look at all of those. Now I don't know how much they're going to cost me. I'm still a little bit worried about how much experience they're going to cost, but sufficiently excited, and that's only a tier 3 as well. That there's lots of potential for a play with these modules. Now, when I also came out of that first tutorial game, the first thing, of course, you go into the hangar. Well, the first thing I wanted to do is have a look at these ships. So I was like, wow, this is cool, these are amazing. And then I tried to scroll around them or spin around them and have a look, and found that I couldn't do a 360-degree spin around the ship. Like, I'm moving my mouse and I'm trying to look all around them, and I can't. That seemed very strange. Just this awkward zoom in too close, so that on some of the ships, you know, on the big, what do they have, the Neagle or whatever it's called, the Seagull, whatever the big Dreadnought's called. And I was like, I can't even properly see the end of the ship. Like, what is going on with that? That really needs to change. In a game that's all about the ships, I want to be able to spin around the blinking ship and have a look at all of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into a game, and I'll talk through some of the issues or things that I identified when I was playing through some of these early matches. Just one thing, it's just finding a match now. One thing I did find helpful is it said the average time, when you clicked on it, it said average time is around about a minute. Now I know it could just be arbitrarily put up, but I did find that helpful after coming from something like World of Tanks or lots of other competitive games are probably quite similar. With a decent player base, you know, you can have a game very, very quickly. Just a few seconds normally in World of Tanks to be, and you're in a match. So just having a heads up that it might take a little bit longer was a really good thing. Just as we're still waiting to find a match, I mean, it's middle of the day in the UK, it's sort of lunchtime, and we've been waiting a minute and 25, it's ticking away. One of the things I did want to say is the battle bonus thing. I was looking at that thinking a battle bonus, and I was trying to click on battle bonus. Like, what's my battle bonus? How do I get it? Thinking it was like an item or an upgrade or a reward or something like that. And then I was like, veteran gets it, legendary gets it, but I haven't played those tiers. A little bit confusing, that. Okay, so I'm still waiting for a game, 2 minutes 20. I've clicked any under recruit fleet. Now I know there are some population issues at the moment. We're sort of seeing that in the middle of the day in the UK. I still haven't got a game at the recruit level. Now obviously I'm hoping and looking forward to that changing when it goes to Steam release, and there'll probably be lots of recruit games going on there, and certainly for a while if they get it right. Here we go. We're finally preparing for battle, and that was about 240 or something like that. So, I mean, that could be worse, but not great. Now, we've launched into this screen here. I've had a couple of occasions where I clicked play, and it really quickly went to this screen, and then it seemed to just get stuck, and I'd be stuck in the game. So obviously some sort of bug was going on there. Even if I closed the game down, went back into it, it would say, do you want to go back to the game that you've just that you've left or whatever? And I would, and it would just go back to this screen, and I'd just be stuck here. So, and that's quite confusing because I wasn't sure, well, am I in a game? I just didn't quite know what was happening there, but I was sitting for 5 minutes and no game was starting. Okay, so that was probably about 30 odd seconds sat at that screen. That's fine. I'm going to play in my... Oh, hello. Didn't get a chance to choose there. Now you can see that didn't give me very long to pick all my things didn't come up across the top of the screen. That's confusing, and I'm playing in my Corvette. Now I'll just remind you guys that I am an utter noob, so I'm going to do all sorts of really horrible things wrong. I think he's another Corvette, is he? So I'll go with him. We'll go and see. Oh, there's 3 of us in Corvettes. It would appear. Oh, there's already shots going on. No, he's too far away. Oh, hello. What have we got going on here? Oh, I need to go down. I am way too high up. Oh, there does seem to be one over there, though. Let's go and get him, because he's attacking our ship, isn't he? Here we go. Let's go get him. All right. Let's get him. I can... Right, I'm sort of hunting him now, but uh-oh. I'm going to get shot at now. This isn't good. Let's get out of here. I need to go down, 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 down. Dive, 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 dive. Let's go fast. Oh, hello. Oh, he's a blue. Oh, my days. And I'm down. Yeah, that was bad. But I was going in the ship. I didn't really want to play at the start of the battle. Let's... Okay, let's go in with my Trafalgar. Oh, I like the fact that you can change the names on your ships to make them all what you'd like them to be. Okay, his shields are... Actually, yeah, he's getting... Somebody's attacking him. Oh, hello. Let's not go down any lower. Okay, so those are going to hit him very shortly. Okay, let's go for it, shall we? Right, let's see if I can take him down. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. Love what comes up to tell you, you know, you've got. Love it when you get a badge. That feels very satisfying. Hello, hello, hello. I am walking straight into some damage here. This is not good. 2, 3. Where's he gone? Has he disappeared? Ah! Does he zoom off somewhere? Yeah, there he is. These Corvettes are particularly difficult to see and hit. Right, actually, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can go and catch him. Whoops! No, that thing doesn't work for me. I'm finding that particularly annoying. So I don't know if any of my things just hit him or not there. Right. Oh, I learned after going through some of the forums that I can press Q to use my sort of close range things. I did not know that for a little while, and so couldn't work out. Oh, hello, I can get this command ship down. One of the things I really dislike is not knowing what hit points the rest of my team are on. That would be really helpful sort of information to have readily available, especially if I'm one of the... no, I don't want that one. Ah! That really doesn't work for me, that whole thing. Here we go. That wheel thing. Oh, here we go. I'm going down here. I'm not going to have to get away from all this lot. Let's make sure he goes down. Okay. We've got him down. I think I've managed to survive that. Just. Oh no, I've run out of energy. Right, I'm sort of running towards another enemy ship here, so I need to be careful. I did not have a clue what all of those things were above the ships for several games. That would have been really helpful information to have learnt. Am I actually hitting him at all? Ah, there we go. Okay, I'm getting some heals now, that's good. About to run out of ammo. Doo. Right, let's go for it. Here we go. Let's go and get him. Turns the speed on. My missile should get him. Ah, just an assist. Okay. Oh, here we go. Whoa, crumbs. Let's see if we can get that little... Is it a frigate, isn't it? Uh-oh. Okay, let's get that on. Oh, we got him down. Oh my days, I've literally run right into the whole fleet. What a plonker. Hey, I'm having fun, guys. This is fun. I am really needing to learn to look at my map a little bit more at this stage, but yeah, having a lot of fun. Close to bud. Okay, they're over there. Okay, we've got a few support ships around. I do feel like there could be extra information about some sort of very basic tactics with these games. You know, knowing, hey, if something gets close to you, use your perimeter weapons. Right, let's get those down. Little ship down there. Oops. Oh, used up all my energy. That's bad. Get him down. Right, I can get... Oh, he's off. Yeah! Hopefully those auto guns... is it the Protean whatevers? Hopefully they made a bit of a difference there. Oh, crumbs, he's close. Let's unload. In fact, we'll go for a 4. Don't need to. He's easy down. Let's have a quick reload. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right, I've got some stuff coming at me now. Right, let's get that on. I'm getting healed, but oh no, I've got this fella. Oh dear me, yeah, he's going to take me down at this rate. Ah, yeah. Sneaky little Corvette zoomed in to get me then. That was really cool. Just not using my map enough to see where the ships are. Right, let's try and play a different ship to finish the game out. And I'll talk about some of my experiences in a different ship. Okay, this is actually my first time using this ship. What have we got? Plasma broadsides, and we've got the same as the others. Okay, let's get into battle. Ah, no. Okay, now I have loved a couple of things I've pulled off where you do the whole... Right, let's warp jump him, and then we'll plasma broadside him. Oh. Kill steal. That has been definitely one of my favourite moments when I did my first warp in and then plasma broadside. How can I get this fella? Is he going to come close to me? I think he is, you know. We got him. Okay, that was the last. Okay, so we got a victory. So I'm just going to talk now about some of the stuff at the end of a battle and things that I've identified that are fun or not fun. Where did I get to come? Didn't do very well in that battle. This is really cool. Love that you have that element of celebrating those who do really well in the battle. Yeah, that wasn't a very good game. Now, this was cool. Could feel like this could be explained a bit more. Like I didn't really know initially for ages what the elite meant, because, and again I could be wrong here, but I think it's because I've got the premium account effectively. Then you get a base reward, which I would understand is based on the usage in the battle, or that you know got to use the ship in the battle, and there seems to be a base of 100 because I didn't use the Cerberus. Obviously you get a win bonus, that's fairly straightforward, but I love that you just got a lot of, and let me just point out, up here look, not enough players returned to outpost, 2 captains from the last game. This happens every single game I've played. There's about 30 seconds where it seems to be counting down, and then I'm constantly getting the message from this game, not enough players returning to outpost, and then this long sort of countdown. I've waited a couple of those out, you know, and just ended up back at hangar. That feels like a really negative message, because whatever that's meant to be doing, it's not working. I've never once gone straight into the next game. All I'm getting told is not enough players, not enough players, not enough players. That feels like quite a negative message to be reinforcing to me all the time. So I'm sort of looking at this and thinking, okay, I got some free XP, that's good. That was actually the first time I realised what the differences were when I actually read it and said, total free XP and total XP. If I hadn't been a World of Tanks player, I don't think I'd necessarily know what that meant at all. Anyway, let's go back to hangar. Contracts. I think I've hit a couple of contracts before today. Haven't really looked at that. Is that this one? Career progression. No, that's career progression. Contracts. I guess these are sort of dailies, which is quite cool. I like having dailies. I like having daily doubles and all that sort of thing in these games. that chat needs to not keep coming up all the time. That is particularly frustrating. I am excited to play the game more. I'm actually quite looking forward to doing some more content for this game. It would be really cool if we had some more tutorial-esque type content out there, just to help explain a lot of these things that are going on that are quite confusing. So any content creators out there, that would be really helpful if there's more of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm excited for Dreadnought. I think it could be really good. There seems to be some sort of teething issues, but I think this could do really well. The few competitive games that I've been in, they're fast and furious. There's lots of variety in the ships, and as long as, of course, as balancing and matchmaking works out going forwards, I know those are normally the two things that are a battle with these sorts of games, and so I really hope that Grey Box are able to get those things right, because you can make sure your progression is working well, and so your grinding upgrades type thing is working well, and it feels good early days, but I haven't done the top end stuff yet. If you're able to get good matchmaking where you just don't feel like you're getting completely overrun all the time, I haven't felt that in any of the games. Hey, I'm playing the starter tier 1 and tier 2 stuff, so maybe that's just not something I'm going to experience until those higher tiers. But that for me is really where the game is it's make or break. Probably do another video or two like this as I get further into the game, because I'm really keen to see this do well. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video and you were sort of agreeing with any of the things that I had mentioned, hey, put it in the comments section, and of course if you want to see a bit more content like this, then do hit the old subscribe button, and so you'll get notified when I do any more stuff for Dreadnought or for some other games that you might also be interested in. Anyway, until next time, keep enjoying your gaming.